Spencer Dutton, the lion hunter, the soldier, the fan favorite hero of 1923, may not be riding into 1944 the way we expected. Why? Because off-screen, Brandon Sklenar's real-life drama is starting to cast a long shadow over his Yellowstone legacy. From legal controversies with Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, to fan casting as the next Batman, and even whispers that Taylor Sheridan might be rethinking 1944 entirely. It's a storm of headlines you won't believe. So what does it all mean for the future of Spencer Dutton? Is he in? Is he out? Let's break it all down. Brandon Sklenar's legal drama fallout. Brandon, known to 1923 fans as the gritty and emotionally complex Spencer Dutton, is now finding himself at the center of real-life drama that could spill over into his on-screen future. While 1923 has earned him praise for portraying one of the most compelling characters in the Yellowstone universe, his name recently hit headlines for an entirely different reason: a legal battle involving his It Ends With Us co-stars, Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. In late 2024, Blake Lively filed a lawsuit against Baldoni, alleging harassment and a targeted smear campaign. Initially, Sklenar publicly supported Lively, even sharing a link to the lawsuit on social media. But not long after, he took a step back and declared himself Team It Ends With Us, claiming he wanted to focus on the film's themes instead of the controversy. That pivot didn't go unnoticed. Fans and media outlets alike questioned whether he was playing both sides, and speculation started swirling about how this might affect his standing in Hollywood. While Sklenar hasn't made any additional statements, the damage may already be done in some circles. In an industry where reputation often precedes talent, the perception of flip-flopping or dodging tough questions can linger. And for a franchise as image-conscious and fan-driven as Yellowstone, that's a potential red flag. Taylor Sheridan runs a tight ship, and while he's known to give actors creative freedom, he's also not one to let off-screen distractions derail the story. If Sklenar becomes too much of a media lightning rod, there's a real chance his role in 1944 could be reduced or written out altogether. Of course, nothing is set in stone. Sklenar's performance in 1923 was one of the high points of the entire season, and many fans still see Spencer Dutton as essential to the next chapter in the Dutton family saga. But with real-life headlines now following him into every interview and article, the question becomes, can he weather the storm and stay on track for 1944? Or will this legal drama leave a permanent mark on his Yellowstone legacy? The impact on 1944 casting and production. As 1923 wraps its most emotionally intense season yet, all eyes are turning toward 1944, the next anticipated chapter in the Yellowstone universe. One major question hanging in the air: whether Brandon Sklenar will return as Spencer Dutton, or whether his off-screen controversies might cause a shift in casting or character focus. With the It Ends With Us legal battle-making headlines and Sklenar caught in the crossfire, the future of his involvement in 1944 suddenly feels less certain than fans expected. While no official casting decisions have been announced for 1944, industry watchers know how quickly behind-the-scenes drama can influence a show's direction. If the controversy surrounding Sklenar continues to grow, the creative team, including Taylor Sheridan, might opt to pivot. That could mean reducing Spencer's role, writing in an extended absence, or even skipping ahead in the timeline to focus on a new generation of Duttons. Sheridan has made bold character decisions in the past, and he's not afraid to kill off or sideline a fan favorite if it serves the story, or avoids a PR headache. Another wrinkle is the possibility of scheduling conflicts. With rumors that Sklenar is being considered for high-profile roles, including fan casting buzz as the next Batman in James Gunn's DCU, it's possible that outside commitments could delay or complicate 1944's production timeline. If he becomes attached to a major franchise or film series, Yellowstone fans may have to accept a reduced presence for Spencer, regardless of the legal drama. For now, it's all speculation, but the writing may be on the wall. Sklenar's portrayal of Spencer Dutton was a cornerstone of 1923, and his journey captivated audiences. But if Hollywood controversy and potential new roles begin to overshadow his connection to the Dutton legacy, 1944 could look very different from what fans originally imagined. Hero on screen, drama off screen. Brandon Sklenar embodied everything fans love about a classic Western hero. As Spencer Dutton, he's stoic, fiercely loyal, and constantly battling the weight of trauma and duty. His rugged charm and emotional depth turned Spencer into a breakout character, instantly earning a spot among Yellowstone's most compelling figures. But while Sklenar may play the quiet protector on screen, his real life is starting to look a lot more chaotic, and it's blurring the line between character and actor for some fans. The current off-screen controversy surrounding It Ends With Us has exposed a more complex and divisive side of Sklenar. His shifting stance between co-stars Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, first supporting Lively, then stepping back, has drawn criticism and confusion. To some, it looks like damage control, to others, a betrayal. Either way, it's a stark contrast to the unwavering loyalty and strength we see in Spencer Dutton. And in a world where perception is everything, that contrast is starting to raise eyebrows. The issue is especially interesting for fans who deeply connect to the Yellowstone universe's themes: integrity, family, survival. When an actor playing such a principled character gets caught in public drama, it can feel jarring. The question becomes, can viewers separate Sklenar's off-screen choices from the on-screen legend he helped create? Or does the drama off the ranch start to taint the legacy of the Dutton name? As 1944 looms, it's a tension that producers, fans, and even Sklenar himself will have to confront. His image as the noble Western lead is now competing with real-world headlines and polarized reactions. Whether that complicates his future with the Yellowstone franchise or just adds another layer of intrigue depends on how both the public and the storytellers choose to respond. Could the DCU hype pull him away from 1944? Brandon Sklenar may be known to 1923 fans as the rifle-wielding, lion-fighting Spencer Dutton, but lately he's been popping up in a very different kind of fantasy, Gotham City. A recent fan article sparked serious buzz about Sklenar being a strong contender for the next Batman in James Gunn's DC Universe reboot. It might sound like a stretch at first, but between his brooding intensity, commanding presence, and that cinematic jawline, the casting makes more sense than you'd think, and it's caught fire across social media. But here's the catch. If the DCU hype turns into a real offer, what happens to 1944? Becoming Batman Quizitipius, or even landing a major role in the superhero universe, is no small commitment. It would likely mean multi-year contracts, massive filming schedules, and a major shift in Sklenar's career priorities. With Yellowstone projects already known for grueling production timelines and location-heavy shoots, the two worlds might not coexist so easily, and Taylor Sheridan doesn't exactly wait around for actors with full calendars. For Yellowstone fans, the idea of Spencer Dutton disappearing or being sidelined because of superhero stardom would be a major gut punch. His journey in 1923 was far from over, and with 1944 set to push the Dutton saga forward into new turbulent times, losing one of the franchise's most compelling characters could seriously alter the story's tone and direction. Even a reduced role could change the emotional core of the new series. At the same time, Sklenar's rising star might be a double-edged sword. While it brings more eyes to the Yellowstone universe, it also raises the risk that he becomes too big for the role that made him famous. If Hollywood starts calling in a bigger way, and DC is just the start, 1944 may have to make some tough choices. Should Spencer Dutton return in 1944? As 1944 approaches, one of the biggest lingering questions in the Yellowstone universe is whether Spencer Dutton should make a return, or if his story should end with 1923. For many fans, Spencer became the heart of the series, a war-hardened survivor navigating love, loss, and loyalty in a world tearing itself apart. His journey across continents to reunite with Alexandra was cinematic, raw, and deeply human. But with so many new characters expected in 1944, some are wondering if Spencer's time in the spotlight has run its course. There's also the historical timeline to consider. By 1944, Spencer would be significantly older, likely in his late 50s or early 60s if he's still alive. That raises questions about how much physical action or frontier grit he could realistically bring to the table. Would we be looking at a grizzled patriarch overseeing the ranch, or a quiet figure fading into the background? And if Brandon Sklenar continues to play the role, would aging him up work, or feel forced? Then there's the off-screen drama to weigh. With Sklenar caught in the middle of a high-profile legal feud and rumored to be in talks for bigger Hollywood projects, some fans, and perhaps even the creative team, might see this as a natural point to let the character rest. That's not to say Spencer isn't important, but 1944 could pivot to a new Dutton generation, keeping the legacy alive without the baggage. Yellowstone has never been afraid to kill off fan favorites if the story demands it. Just ask viewers of 1883. Still, the case for Spencer's return is strong. He's a link to the past, a symbol of what the Duttons have endured, and arguably the most emotionally developed character in the entire prequel lineup. His presence could ground 1944 with continuity, heart, and history. So the real question isn't just should Spencer return, it's can the Yellowstone saga move forward without him? Why Taylor Sheridan might stick with Sklenar anyway? Despite the recent headlines and Hollywood buzz surrounding Brandon Sklenar, there's one powerful reason why he may remain a central part of 1944: Taylor Sheridan. The Yellowstone creator is known for building long-term relationships with actors he believes in, often writing roles specifically for them and giving them room to grow. And when it comes to Sklenar's portrayal of Spencer Dutton, it's clear that Sheridan struck gold both critically and with fans. If there's one thing Sheridan values, it's a performer who can carry emotional weight while fitting seamlessly into the rugged world he's created. Sheridan has stuck with cast members through rough patches before. From behind-the-scenes feuds to public controversies, he's shown time and again that he prioritizes storytelling and chemistry over gossip. If Sklenar's off-screen drama doesn't directly interfere with production or violate any professional boundaries, Sheridan might see no reason to cut him loose. In fact, he could even use the actor's real-life grit as inspiration, something he's done in past projects to great effect. There's also the matter of continuity. Spencer Dutton isn't just another character, he's a vital link in the Dutton bloodline and a fan favorite who helped carry 1923 across continents and genres. Removing him abruptly could disrupt the emotional core of 1944, especially if the story leans heavily into family legacy and the toll of generational sacrifice. Sheridan's storytelling thrives on long arcs, and Spencer's arc still has plenty of room to evolve, especially as the Duttons face a world on the brink of modern war and change. Bottom line, Sheridan may be watching the headlines, but he's also playing the long game. As long as Sklenar shows up, delivers, and doesn't bring chaos to set, there's a strong chance he remains part of the Yellowstone universe. Drama or not, Sheridan has proven time and again that he sticks with his people, especially when they've already become icons in his frontier mythology. So, should Spencer return in 1944, or has his story already run its course? With Hollywood buzz, legal drama, and superhero rumors swirling around Sklenar, it's anyone's guess where Taylor Sheridan will land. But one thing's for sure, fans are watching and the pressure is building. What do you think? Should Sheridan stick with Sklenar or pass the torch to a new Dutton generation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button if you're riding with Spencer, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the Yellowstone universe. The Dutton legacy isn't done yet, and neither are we.